through homeschooling, I've really discovered biblical joy. And what I mean by that is it's not without challenges and it is not always happy, but we have the joy of knowing we're right where God has placed us and that He's our strength. And watching my kids have roots down into Him and flourishing in who He made them to be is just such a beautiful experience. I'm so grateful. And I'm a former school teacher. I am married to Matt, who was the handsome teacher across the hall. When I was a teacher, we got married and we taught together for 2 years. And then when I was pregnant with our first, we made the decision that I would be a stay-at-home mom, which was my childhood dream. And Matt stayed in the classroom to support our family. And so when our oldest was ready for preschool, we were surprised that God led us to homeschooling. It wasn't something that we were thinking of doing, but it was just very clear that that's what He wanted for us. And so as soon as we gave it a try, we really loved it. And we've never really considered another type of education for our kids. And so a couple years into homeschooling and having 3 more children, I started having a longing for a deeper community in our homeschooling community in our area. And so I was looking for a co-op to join, and there really, even though we have great options in our area, there wasn't anything that was quite what I was envisioning for our kids. And so God opened a door and I founded Foursquare Community, which is a Charlotte Mason co-op, and we have classes for preschool all the way through high school graduation. And so Foursquare grew really quickly and organically. Everybody was bringing their friends and their family. We outgrew our building and had to move. And so after a couple of years, Matt left the classroom and joined me. He partnered with me in leading Foursquare. And so one of my roles at Foursquare, it became our family's full-time ministry, and that's what we do together. And so one of my roles at Foursquare is creating the curriculum for our families. And in 2020, God led me to adapt that curriculum into With Outdoors, a Charlotte Mason curriculum. And that led me to creating a family Bible study. And so of all the work that I do, what I love most is homeschooling my 4 kids ages 9 through 16. And through homeschooling, I've really discovered biblical joy. And what I mean by that is it's not without challenges and it is not always happy, but we have the joy of knowing we're right where God has placed us and that He's our strength. And watching my kids have roots down into Him and flourishing in who He made them to be is just such a beautiful experience. I'm so grateful to homeschool.
Yeah, I love that. And, I appreciate that you say sometimes it's just hard. It's not always fun
Yes.
because that's the reality of life. Sometimes,
Yes.
we have really, really hard homeschool days. But overall, it is the greatest blessing that we could ever
Yes.
bestow upon our kids and our family and ourselves. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. And how fun that
Yes.
you and your husband met. That, like, it sounds like one of those Hallmark movies where you were teaching across the hall from each other and, your eyes met and sparks flew. And
Yes, it
that's
is
so
a
fun.
great story.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.